Welcome back. Today we're doing the Filthy McNasty 64 Part 2. And previously, which I didn't record, but under here I've got another VIC-II in the can here. So the system is now working, or powers up, and I'm able to use it. But and there's always a but, most of the time. U17 here, which is our, this time, the unfriendly neighborhood PLA. This one I discovered when I hooked it up and was trying it out. I plugged in the Super Zaxxon for a quick game and discovered the infamous graphics glitch on there, which results from a bad PLA chip on that particular game cartridge. So, anyways, for now we'll be replacing that, and in a future video I'll be doing some more work on this. I'll be replacing some of the broken tabs actually on the upper half side of the case behind the camera there, and also I'll be doing some recapping, at least initial, on the board and probably the modulator later on at some point. So it will be a part 3, and then by then it should be no longer Filthy McNasty, but an old but once again revived 64. So anyways, on with the show.
Love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no, I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. 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 Don't be scared. Just let me know. Don't be scared. And if you get in my way, you're gonna feel the wrath. Gotta say it to my face while he's looking back. Mirror breaks after math. When I hate, I attack. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. 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 Don't be scared. Just let me know. Don't be scared. retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make greatness look complacent. Adrenaline awakened, I can taste it. We can make an impact, grab and then take it. Like a disease, bring them to their knees. They'll take for their disease. Breathe just like a weed, spread into the streets. It's time to make them bleed. 'Cause we just want retro.
Okay, welcome back. Well, this is the end of episode 2 of the Filthy McNasty 64 repair series. And it's no longer Filthy McNasty, so I'm just going to be getting this case, this back together and into its case, and repowering it up and seeing that it still works. Just getting the rear bottom RF shield back on. The top section is missing. Actually, it was gone before I got this system, since this system has had some previous work done before I got my hands on it. Both of these 74 LS257 chips, the 328 address bus RAM, or the RAM addressing ICs were both replaced, and of course it's got its new PLA as well now, and a new RAM chip, which was another recent fix in this video. And actually, it's in not bad shape internally for being, let's see, almost 38 years old. Most of the ICs in here are from 83, except for the kernel ROM. That was from February of 84. At least most of the major ICs, and of course the VIC-II has been replaced, so that'll have a different date code than the original. Can't remember if that's 84 or 85. But that VIC-II was busted when I got the before I got the machine, and managed to get it at a price a lot lower than the usual sky-high prices you see on eBay for chips. And of course, there will be at least one more video in the refurbishment series on this 64, which is, of course, getting the all the caps replaced, all the main board, and they'll probably do the RF modulator as well, since I think on this 64 I'll probably be leaving the original RF modulator in place, at least for the time being. And of course one of these tabs is being stubborn, as they often do. Okay, got that back on there. And of course, I'll probably be getting some replacement plastic for the inside of the case, because these standoffs here for the main board, I don't know if they show up in camera, but a lot of these, one's missing in here near the front. The others have been starting to split, so. And also, where is it? This one here, the small one, near the front right of the front rear left right of the case has also been broken off, so I'll have to replace that too. And let's see. These magnetic bowls for holding stuff are good, but the downside is they love to grab everything, not just what I want them to. Which is, well, that's just physics. And I'm just getting these screws back into place for now. And actually, this probably doesn't show up on the camera, but it's still fairly rough around here. This was, if you remember from the previous video, the first part last summer, this case was badly beat up, and you may still see here where there was the hinge was glued on. It was just crazy glued or contact cement or something. Whatever it was the wrong kind of glue for this, and it basically left the case in very rough shape. I managed to sand some of it down and patch up it somewhat, but it still looks rather rough in spots. But it's better than a lot better than it was, especially the keyboard, which was in very, very bad shape. But it looked, the keyboard itself looked like it had been stuffed under Bigfoot's bed for 20 years. And that was a very, very crazy experience getting that cleaned out. I should get this one in place. Don't know how I'm going to keep that. I'm not sure how I'll keep that screw in place until I get those other parts ordered to fix those little standoffs, but case is so brittle and been so badly beat up over the years that I'm tempted to actually buy one of those Pixel Wizard replacement cases, even though it's, I think I'll have to leave this little bit of tape in there for now to hold that in place. And I think, yeah, I'll do that. Just stick this in here. Okay, and now to get the keyboard back in place. Now getting this in place, it'll probably creak a lot, which will be, I'm sure, making a whole lot of people cringe, assuming anybody watches this video, which, typical for my videos, I might get 3 or 4 views. that's... I think this is gonna... And almost got together. One last screw to go. As you can see from the front, there's still some roughness, even though I gave it a respray. Especially up along here where that plastic hinge from the dust, it was a plastic dust cover over the keyboard, and that was heavily glued on in all the wrong ways, which left the scarring on here, which I've tried to clean up somewhat so it's less bad. And I was thinking about selling this originally after getting it fixed up, but now I'm tempted to keep it as a backup machine because, well, made in Canada, which is probably that where Commodore Canada was located up in Scarborough, Ontario, and used to be on Pharmacy Avenue. And this is a 25407 board inside here, which is actually I think 83 and 84. That would have been April of 84 would have been the same type of board that I originally had in my first 64. So anyways, let's head to the other room and see that it works. And here I am set up again. This time I didn't hook up the drives. I'm just testing that it powers on a trusty old 1702, which I got in the same lot as I got the 264s and one of the drives. Anyways, and I don't know how well it shows up. It looks like it's okay, but yeah, you see it powers on, and it's now working at a basic current. Well, it did before, but when I plugged in the Super Zoxon cart, which is a good way to test the PLA on these systems. If you get graphics corruption in the game screen, it'll you'll know the PLA. Now I'm stuck in the you can't see it there, but I have stuck in the Super Zoxon cart, and it's showing through a little bit. And press 1 for one player. And crap. Corruption again. So I'm going to have to take another look at this and see how it's going, and further updates to come. Oh, I spoke too soon. After an initial bunch of what I thought had been another PLA failure, it seems to be working. I'll give it another try here. This joystick again, even though I'm not going to play it. Oh. And it's working. It's not going to show up too well on the camera, but yeah, it is now operating okay. Ugh. It almost freaked me out for a second because I thought it had another PLA failure, but luckily it's back to normal.